So there's nothing better than coming in and seeing these discus every time I walk in the studio, but there's one thing missing from the tank. Well, not one thing, a few things, but what's missing is a cleanup crew. Now it's been about a week since I put the discus in, so it's time to get some more fish in there. So all the fish that you can currently see in this tank used to be in the angelfish aquarium, which was there, but now there's nothing there apart from some lights and a load of substrate and plants and stuff like that. Anyway, the plan was to use this 80 centimeter across and 40 back, 40 height, something like that. Anyway, the plan was for this to be a new scape for the angelfish, but the problem is, even though they do look small in this tank, it's not actually enough territory or space for them because there's so much fighting going on already. I don't know if I'm picking that up with the reflections, but can you focus please? See the fins? The fins have got a bit ragged on the top there. It's the same, not so much with guide diamond, yeah, that one, let's see on the edges. Basically that tank's too small for 5 angelfish, not because of the size of them, just because of the aggressive nature of them. So that plan is scrapped. I'm going to take these fish back to Willowbrook Aquatics, which is where I got my discus from. I can give them to them to sell to someone else so they can enjoy them, and they'll swap some nice sort of cleaner fish and a cleanup crew for the new discus aquarium for me. Right, that's all the fish out apart from a few auto sinklets that are going to be going into one of the shallow pond, the new shallow pond. But I've got a great surprise. Oh, sorry, autos. I've got a great surprise for you. Can you see something there? Look, I didn't even know. I've not seen him. It's Vlad. Hello, Vlad. You're a nice orange colour now. Sorry, I shouldn't scare you like that, but I want everyone to see you. There's Vlad. That's brilliant. So Vlad was a armoured sort of shrimp that I put into my tank ages and ages ago, one that I stripped down months ago. I put him in here. I've not seen him since. He's okay. So I'm not going to take, he's going to go somewhere else. I'm not even sure yet. So that's all the fish bagged up, ready for transportation. They're going in the boot of my car, so it'll be nice and dark for them, and they'll be nice and, oh, bit of Java fern. You can keep that. So we're back at Willowbrook Aquatics again. We want to get these fish into their tanks, get them temperature acclimated, and then those guys can sort out what they want to do with them. Whether they keep them as a job lot, I don't know. But, you know, there's quite a few fish there, so they can make some good profit out of that, all for free, so brilliant. I mean, all I'm going to be really doing is swapping them out for some cleaner fish like auto sinklets and some catfish, which aren't really cleaner fish, but they help keep the aquarium clean by stirring up the substrate and, you know, pushing waste into the water column. So the fish are here, they've arrived safely, looking good, nice big tank for them, and they'll go to a nice new home. So what I actually want to swap my fish out for is, as I said, would be the sort of cleaner fish. We've got lots of ottos down here, so I'm just going to go for ottos at the moment. Hello parrots. Hello. They've all come over to see me. But at the moment I'm just going to keep doing that. It's obviously a new setup and I'm going to have to add, you know, some blanched cucumber or something like that for them to have a food source initially, but eventually they'll just be able to, you know, live off all the stuff in the tank. But yeah, I'm going to get loads of those for now for that big tank. Probably need a good 10 of those at least. So I'm also going for the peppered Corys. I think we can pick them up there. Yeah, these get to, you know, a couple of inches, a good group of 6 of them. I'll keep that substrate or decorative sand that I've got in the tank moving and keep that crud just coming up into the water column. I've also spotted this nice big piece of wood here. Like I always say to you guys, if you see a bit of hardscape in a shop that you like, always buy it. I don't even have a tank for anything at the moment, but it will come up. Just if you see something good, you've got to buy it. Look at it, lovely. And this guy, look, he was here the other day. He's just chilling. This is the cutest turtle I've ever seen. Look at the size of him. Hello, little fella. You are even smaller than Timmy. I think Timmy was this big at one point though. There you go. Bask. No! Swim away! Okay, here's the situation and what we've got. I've got the 2 ottos in this bag that I got from my other studio. Then I've got Vlad the vampire shrimp in there, you can see, and there's a wood shrimp as well. Those can go straight into the Asian fish aquarium. It's already established, it'll be a nice place for them. And then in this bag here, I've got about 10 Amano shrimp. 10, about that, 8, 9, 10. Float them in this new pond style aquarium. This is actually suffering from a bit of new tank syndrome. There's a bit of diatoms going on, all stuff for the shrimp to peck at. And we've also got the 10, oh dear. Careful please, you nearly took my leg off. This thing's massive, I'll get to that in a minute. Yes, we've got 10 catfish, otocinclus. They will be going in this tank. But first of all, I just want to, you know, put them in also in this pond aquarium, which is over filtered by the way, so we're fine. So I can observe them, make sure that there's nothing wrong with them. They're actually from the same tank that all these came from, so everything should be okay. But obviously, Discus, very expensive fish, and we want to make sure that there's nothing going into that tank with them. Also, remember, we picked up, I don't know why I'm talking like that. Remember, we picked up, there is 6 there of the pepper Corys. There we go, 6 pepper Corys. Also going to put those in here as well. So yeah, get those all sort of floating and temperature acclimating. Then we can put all that stuff in together, observe it all, and then move into their own tanks when they're ready to. Oh, left me glasses and a lens cap. How unprofessional. And of course, I also picked up these awesome pieces of wood for a future scape. Like I say, if you see something in a shop like that, you've got to grab it. I'm not sure what they're going to be used for yet, but that will sort itself out when the time comes. Maybe a little bit big for this tank, but it can stay there for now. So the otocinclus have gone in really nicely. Next thing we need to put in is the Amano shrimp. And last but not least, get out of the way, the peppered Corys. So what we can do there is just sort of keep an eye on everything for a week or so, then I can put all the otocinclus and the peppered catfish, Corys, over into the new Discus aquarium, which is looking fantastic. I've actually did have the light hung up, but I found that if I just put it on top of the lid I've made, it illuminates it all really, really well. And the coloration on the fish looks good, and it doesn't impact the tank in any sort of way. It looks just as good, I think, anyway. Let me know in the comment section if you agree. I might as well just keep the lid on all the time. There's no real need to take it off, and I don't think it doesn't change the view of it. And it's quite good having that light hanging right on the surface like that. It looks great.